Here's what I will tell you. Network marketing is the hardest business you will ever do. Ever. Now, you don't expect to hear that at an event like this. That's probably not what you came here hoping to hear, but I'm just being real. Because here's what I tell you. I've been the president of the Chamber of Commerce. I've run a publishing company, I ran restaurants, I ran nightclubs, I helped manage medical centers, I introduced so many businesses, I consulted with so many businesses, I was a marketing consultant for many years, a business development consultant. I work with hundreds of different businesses, hundreds of different professions. I've worked with chiropractors, I've worked with attorneys, I've worked with physicians, I've worked across the board. And here's what I can tell you. Of all the businesses in the world, this one is the hardest. You know why? Because this one is about self-development. It's about personal growth. It's about looking in the mirror. This one, you know, in other businesses, you can get by on skill. You can get by on talent. Some businesses, you can get by on money. You can buy your way in, right? You can't do that in network marketing. To be successful in network marketing, you gotta have heart. You gotta have passion. You gotta have belief. You gotta have, dare I say it, you gotta have love. This business, it only works if you have love. Love for the people in your team. Love for the people in the profession. Love for yourself. Understanding that you're worthy. You're going to face rejection. You're going to face ridicule. You're going to have dropouts. You're going to have no-shows. We don't have that stuff in other businesses. When IBM has a staff meeting, do they say, well, where's Jose? And they say, well, I don't know. Jose promised me he was coming to the staff meeting, but he just didn't show up. Do we get rejection in other business? Do we get no-show? We don't get that crap in other businesses. We only get that in network marketing. Because we're the personal development business working with people. Who, you know, this human animal. The nature of human nature. And that's what makes this business the most difficult in the world. So if this is the most difficult business you could ever do, why do it? Why? It'd be so much easier to do so many other things. Well, yeah, we get those free bonus cars, and we get those trips to Hawaii, and we get those big bonus checks, and those standing ovations, and the adulation. We walk across the stage, and we have our team that borderline idolizes us, and we get all that recognition. And yeah, we get all that stuff, but that isn't why you do it. You do it, I think, because my guy, Mark Edwards, in Brisbane, Australia. There last year, and we're doing the event, and Mark's a construction guy. Very sharp guy, very successful construction company, right? But never been in our business before. And he shows up at the event. I go to Brisbane, and he shows up wearing his first suit that he's ever bought. He's got the thing in the back is still sewed together because he bought it at one of those cheap stores, and they don't even have the decency to do that. And he doesn't know any better. The guy's never wore a suit in his life. He's a construction guy. But I didn't care that what's called was sewed together. I was so proud of him for buying that suit. That's why you do the business. When your person makes their first presentation, I think of my guy, Billy Looper. That's my softball buddy that I was talking about yesterday. You know what he told me when I sponsored him in the business? He said, Randy, I'm in. I believe you. I want to do this. I've got a dream. I will do whatever you tell me to do. I will be coachable. I will be a good student. I'll do everything and anything you tell me to do as long as you don't ask me to ever stand on the stage. Don't ever ask me to speak in front of a group of people, because that's the one thing I can never do. That's great, Billy. That's your choice. Nobody will ever make you get up and do a program. You ought to see him today. He gets up there with his he has people rolling in the eye. He's like amazing. And I remember sitting back there in the sound booth, and Billy's up there doing his first speech, and he's got all the notes on his palm of his hand, and he's sweating like a pig. He's so nervous, and he's trying to look at the notes, and then I saw the next speech, and the next speech, and the next, and he fought his way on this stage. Because he sat back there and he said, wow, I'm looking at the leaders in this profession. And one of the things I noticed is those leaders, they get up on the stage because their group needs to see them up there at some point. You don't have to start there, but at some point, your group is going to need to see you up there. And so my group, they need me up there so they can believe in me, so I can believe in them. So one day he said, I need some time on the program. I got to talk to the crowd. That's why you do the business, for the people who do that. Remember, Richard, we were doing a master's thing, and somebody talked about OxyFresh, and you said, well, OxyFresh is kind of a self-development company disguised as a personal care company, or something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing it. That's what network marketing is. You don't sell long-distance service. You don't sell vitamins. You don't sell skincare. We're selling personal growth. Why do this business when it's so hard? You do this business because of who you become.